Yo, tell me why every time you're taking a STAR test, there always has to be that one kid who's acting a fool. Okay, so I took my English 2 STAR test on Wednesday, and every time we take one of these like big standardized tests, we get organized into different classes by our last name. Well, this time a kid who's not normally in our group is in our classroom. We're gonna call him Bobby. So Bobby walks in late, but the teacher thinks we already have all the students, but then she counts and realizes, oh, she counted wrong. I was looking at Bobby, and I was like, oh, I like his shorts. He had, like, jorts on. I thought they were cool, right? And so, anyways, he comes to sit down, and he sits down in my row at the back of the classroom. So I smile at Bobby, trying to be friendly, and he just sits down. So our teacher starts giving us the instructions, like how to ask to use the bathroom, how when we're done with the test, raise our hand, and she'll help us get out of it. Anyways, we get into the test. This kid is just sitting there. I'm telling you, I'm looking over every once in a while. He is not doing anything on this test. He's leaning back in his chair, looking around, putting his head down. I get tired in the middle of my test because I didn't get good sleep that night, so I take a little nap. I don't know how long it was. I'm thinking less than 10 minutes. I wake up, I feel refreshed, but I look over, and Bobby is sleeping, which is, like, fine. Like, we're all allowed to do that. It's just, like, I don't think he's done anything on his test. So the teacher comes and wakes him up and tells him that he needs to start working on his test. Tell me why bro, like, every 5 minutes is leaning back, squeaking his shoes. It's like, squeak! In the classroom. You know how shoes make that sound. He's leaning over, adjusting his shoelaces, like, making lots of noise. His chair is moving. I'm like, what is happening? He's, like, going back and forth between doing that and putting his head down. Next thing I know, I'm not even done with the test yet. I'm still writing my essay, and he just closes his computer. And I'm like, he didn't even raise his hand to tell the teacher. Okay. So the teacher walks over eventually and realizes, did you finish the test? And he's like, yeah. And she was like, you're supposed to raise your hand and tell me. And he was like, okay, my bad. I know for a fact that kid did not finish his test. He was not answering questions. He did not type a single time. There were multiple typing questions. I'm like, okay. Then, out of nowhere, I hear a noise. I look over. Bobby has SpongeBob pulled up on his laptop on YouTube, and he just has it with the volume up, and then he's, like, trying to turn it down so he doesn't get in trouble. With standardized testing, there are, like, specific instructions not to have electronics after the test, but our teacher doesn't even notice for, like, 20 minutes. Finally, she comes over, and she's like, hey, put that away. You know better. This isn't your first STAR test. I'm just sitting here wondering to myself, Bobby, what are you doing? Forgot to add, earlier, we had scratch paper that they give us to, like, write down stuff for our essay. Bro crumpled it up and put it in his backpack. We're not supposed to touch our backpacks during the test. Multiple times throughout the test, he pulled it out and, like, unfolded it and then put it back in his bag. I don't even know. And the teacher had to walk up and be like, hey, you're not supposed to touch your backpack. What are you doing? I don't think this kid gave a rip about this test. Most kids at my school try to find any way to get out of it, so...